Hi, this is Nigel Maynard, Editor-in-Chief of Drugstore News, and we're coming to you today from NACDS Annual in Palm Beach, Florida. My guest today is Michael Rudolph, who is the president of Piping Rock. Michael,
Pleasure.
How are you? So, can you tell us a little bit about Piping Rock and who you are?
Absolutely. So Piping Rock Health Products, we are a vertically integrated manufacturer and marketer of vitamins and nutritional supplements. We do a wide variety of formats. We manufacture and market and sell tablets, capsules, soft gels, gummies, powders, liquids, and other formats too. We also partner with our retailers to also do house brands or their own brands. And so it's really that strategic partnership that we're looking for. When most people look at our company and what they know us for is really for our flagship brand, which is Nature's Truth. We started Nature's Truth back in 2015. And in the 8 years, it's been a great success story. We've grown it to do over $200 million in sales, and it's now the third largest worldwide brand in the country.
Okay, so besides Nature's Truth, what other brands that our viewers might be familiar with?
Yeah, so we have a variety of brands internally. Mostly we focus on our Nature's Truth brand. We do house brands too for our retailers as well, including some of the biggest chains in the country. And we do have a few smaller brands also in some select markets too.
So it is a family-owned company, right?
That is correct. I pretty much grew up in the industry. My grandfather, Arthur Rudolph, started a vitamin company. My father, Scott Rudolph, also started a vitamin company. The two of them actually merged that together, and they ended up growing it to be the world's largest manufacturer of supplements in the world. And what ended up happening is they ended up selling that company, which was also a good success story as well, back in 2010. And I was in college at the time. And what ended up happening is that I was originally going for the finance degree, but I don't think my father, my grandfather were quite done yet with the vitamin business, and so they wanted to jump back in.
Okay.
And my father had asked me, saying, do you want to start a vitamin company together? I ended up saying yes. I jumped right at the opportunity, and I thought it was great. And we went from there and started with the 3 generations, and that's where we are today.
Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about the actual products. Because I imagine products for consumers, you have to know what they want. So how do you go about identifying those trends that the consumers do want or are looking for?
Yeah, I think you hit it right, and it's a great thing about the industry is that it's a very trendy industry. Some things grow very quickly, some things grow a little slower. The trends are always changing, and so if we look at what really makes or breaks companies in our industry, it's really their ability to capitalize on those trends. And so it's people like to use the analogy of like surfing, right? You need to know when to get on the wave and when to get off the wave. And for us, that's really what we crafted the Nature's Truth brand about. It's really understanding the industry and understanding what's trending and bringing that knowledge to our retailers. And there's really 3 things that really brings us that success in the brand. The first really being a deep knowledge of the industry. We've been in the industry for over 40 years. The teams have been working together for a very long time. They really understand the knowledge of the industry and the nuances. So if there are some trends that might be short-lived, there might be some trends that might last a long time. And so having that knowledge really helps tremendously. The second is we really do build a tremendous amount of software internally ourselves too. And so what I mean by that is we build tremendous software to help us to monitor all the channels here in the United States, as well as also overseas. And so between all the different divisions, you collect a lot of different data about what's up and trending, and what's coming down the market, and really understand that knowledge really helps to bring the right products to shelf. And lastly, it's really our execution and speed to market. One thing we really pride ourselves on is really being an entrepreneurial company. We were very agile, we're very nimble, and one of the things we pride ourselves on is having really the shortest lead times in bringing new products to market. And so we're really known as the innovative company.
Yeah. So I imagine then that quality and testing and all of those sorts of things are pretty important. So how do you go about doing in-house testing and quality control for your product?
Yeah, I mean that's a key thing, and I think companies sometimes go 2 different models. One is outsourcing a lot of products and working with suppliers, but for us, we really like to watch our products all the way through the supply chain. So we are a vertically integrated company. We manufacture, we package, we laboratory test ourselves, and so we're able to watch our products all the way from beginning, all the way through to the end. And Yeah, I think it's like cooking a meal, or when you go out and you ask a chef saying, how do you make great food? They often start saying, you start with the best ingredients.
Right.
You really do, right? So for us, it's the same way too. Our team has been in the industry for a long time. They know the suppliers that are out there. We built long-standing, trusted relationships with them, and really that we know the seasonality of ingredients, and we bring them in at the right time too. But once the raw materials actually get to our facilities, what we do is we actually do a tremendous amount of testing. We have our own laboratory in-house, our own chemists, all along the production way. We're also doing further testing, so there are actually hundreds of checks all along the way, which includes in-production testing for like hardness of tablets or all sorts of interesting testing. In addition, once we actually manufacture the finished goods, we actually do further testing too. So we might do micro-testing to make sure there's no unwanted microbials in there. There's dissolution testing to making sure that the body can actually absorb the product at the right time, so that it actually breaks down and dissolves properly into the body. And there's a lot more testing. And finally, even at the end, we do stability testing to ensure that what we're saying on our product actually meets label claim all the way through the end of shelf life. So there's really a lot that's involved in that.
Right. Okay, so we've been hearing that gummies are like the #1 format right now for a lot of stuff. So what other trends are you seeing in the VMS category?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very trendy industry, and so we're seeing a lot of things. I think you hit a big one. Gummies is huge now. I think if you look back 10, 20 years ago, you wouldn't see gummies as being as large of a format. It's now on pace to really becoming the largest format in our industry, so staying on top of that and understanding the millennial customer and where they're going is very important. I think there's both the macro trends and also, I guess maybe we'll call it the micro trends. From the macro standpoint, you got a big push into the vitamin and nutritional supplement space really through the pandemic. I think it's been a growing industry even prior to the pandemic, but I think people really became hyper aware of their health, and it really pushed a lot of people into taking supplements. And so now more than ever, there's more people really than in the entire history of taking supplements as a percentage of the population. And so there's really big tailwinds behind us, so it's really a great time to participate in the industry. If we're looking at the micro trends, and gummies is one of them, talking about formats, there's also ingredient-based trends too. What's hot right now is collagen products, magnesium products, certain herbals are trending up too, so a lot of things are shifting and moving right now.
Okay, so a lot of the folks who are going to be looking at this video, they might be retailers. So if I'm a retailer, how will you tell me that you're a good partner to work with in the VMS space?
Yeah, it's a great question, and for us, we understand that our Nature's Truth brand, its success is really a true partnership with the retailers. That if we are successful and we grow the brand, the retailers grow, and vice versa. So we have to ensure that we have that success together. And for us, we're very long-term oriented thinkers. So we want to make sure we don't guarantee the success just today and tomorrow, but 5 years out from now, 10 years out from now. And so we're always thinking about how we can service our customers. If you want to take a case study, even during the pandemic, I think it was a very difficult supply chain situation for most people in our industry. Raw material shortages, high demand for certain products, and for us, it was an all hands on deck situation. So we had our whole team, working days, long hours, working nights, working weekends, and we jumped on it to making sure that we can ensure that our customers, the retail partners, could deliver the products to the end consumer. And so we had some of the highest fill rates during that time. We still continue to have very high fill rates, and so we understand that customer service is extremely important. And the other thing that we really bring to the table goes back to the trends, the innovation, and that's really what the Nature's Truth brand is all about. Is about innovation and being the right partner to help retailers put the right assortment and the right products on the shelf. I think that one of the big challenges that's out there and that our retailers are facing is how do you compete with the online space? And the online space is not bound by limited selection. And so for us, we know that a limited shelf space, it's very key to have the right products on shelf. And we want to ensure that we can make the retailer a target destination for the vitamin customer, to have that broad line that they're looking for. So that's really some of the things that we bring to the table.
Okay, well, Michael, thank you so much for stopping by to talk to us today.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the time.
All right.